Hey folks, we got the new MacBook Pro base model coming in at $1,600, and this seems to be an all-around winner. I've been using it for editing, live streaming, and just my daily driver for the past couple weeks. There are a few snags, but they only apply to a certain buyer, so let's check out the M3 MacBook Pro base model. So the new variations of the MacBook Pro this year come with the new M3 chip, which just continues to grow faster and more efficient. For video editing and content creators, this machine was easily able to handle fairly large sessions with little to no hiccups. Even with the lowest possible amount of RAM coming in at 8 gigabytes, the M3 was able to keep up, probably due to its chip architecture and that dynamic caching, which definitely seemed to help the M3 base model. Even in the iMac I tested with 24 gigabytes of RAM, these machines just act like the high-end M1s from a year or two ago. I tested out the M2 Mac Studio last summer, and the results were very similar. These base model machines are just so good now. They are all winners. I used to think the MacBook Air was the computer for the masses, but this new M3 MacBook Pro base model has taken the throne now. For a couple $100 more, you're getting so much value. A better screen, a cooling system so no performance throttling, an HDMI port, and also the coveted SD card reader. A must for any creative type. The GPU performance doesn't end there either. With the new M3 chips supporting ray tracing, gamers are also able to get an edge when it comes to complex 3D graphics. After Effects and motion graphics will also notice a bump in speed with this. And you can also kick it into game mode, which gives your game the highest priority access to your CPU and GPU, lowering usage of all the background tasks or any open browser tabs you left open. I was also very impressed with the battery life of these new machines, and Apple is claiming 22 hours. I used it for live streaming an all-day conference. I was running OBS on it and it went off perfectly. It was plugged in all day, so I put it back in my bag at 100% and came back 8 days later. It was still at 32% battery life, which is insane. The battery tech continues to grow better, and these new chips also keep getting better with their energy efficiency, so it's definitely a win-win for us. Some little quirks about the base model is that you only have 2 Thunderbolt ports now, just like the MacBook Air, and that can be a little bit limiting. You will definitely need a dongle or hub for this, or a studio display can also be a good addition to get you more ports and just give your eyes a rest. I know my ports go quick, so just missing one was a real bummer. If you decide to go with the M3 Pro chip at $2,000, you will get that extra port on the HDMI side. Dropping a port may be how Apple was able to shave off $100 for this base model. So for video editing, even though playback was a breeze, Premiere Pro worked great and very snappy, the old pitfalls of those long exports come from having just 8 gigabytes of RAM in this base model. And I may just be a little spoiled now working with the M1 Max and the Ultra over here for the last 2 years, so maybe you like to take a little break while exports are happening, and if so, this machine still moves pretty dang fast. I just noticed that instead of the 2 to 3 minute exports on my M1 Max, the M3 base model would be around 4 minutes, so big whoop. These machines are just getting so fast. It's amazing that the base model is getting these types of speeds, has this amount of cores, and was $100 cheaper than last year. This is a super good value for this type of computing power, and if you have the extra budget, I would definitely recommend adding as much RAM as you can and at least 1 terabyte of storage, because that will go quickly as well. With those options, the total goes up to around $2,200. If you're looking to upgrade from an Intel version, I would definitely say check this one out. This is a great time to do that upgrade. If you're coming from an M2 machine, I don't think you're going to notice much difference. You're supposed to get 15 to 20% faster speeds, but like I said, these machines are going so fast. So right now there's a ton of different flavors of MacBook Pro out there, M1, M2, M3, and it really just depends on the type of user you are and what your budget is looking like. So hope this helped get you some eyeballs on this new M3 MacBook Pro base model. I think this is a great deal. This is a great value, and this would last you for many years, keeping you very happy and saving you a bunch of time on your exports, and that all goes back to your quality of life time. So hit that subscribe button, and I will see you at the next one. Take care.